Well, do you know what? I've always been big on body punching and working to the body from back in the day. And I've watched a lot of ferocious body punches, but I also believe is what we call the phantom punches, the one you don't see that creates the most damage when you go to the body, and it's kind of like a slicing shot. Some people can get sliced, you get a paper slice, and you don't even know you've been got a paper slice. You start thinking, I'm stinging that, and you realise, where did that come from? Well, that's the same with like a body shot. I call it, it's like a slice. As you whip it, it just skims right across the body. It doesn't go into the body, it skims across it. And it's like a delay reaction kind of punch, right? And these are the ones where Zelfa's working on sinking the shots in, as well as skimming them. So there's various types of body shots that we work on for when you're in close or for when you're outside. Depends how good the fighter is really, because I think certain punches, whereas Zelfa could have a variety, he can have the slice, he can sink it in. Lyndon is a similar kind of style, and it's styles where more like Adam Rasul would be more like the sinking it in kind of shot, because he's got that more compact style, and he doesn't have that, his movement is kind of different. So each and every one, as you've just seen, we've just done over an hour in the ring just working body sparring, and then people getting used to that, because body sparring is a consistent form of work. It's like it's tiring. It's not really much talent working inside, but then the way you can do it is you can create it to a fighter style that can make it look like it's talented. So each and every one of them will work on a different thing, but when it comes to it, they'll create the perfect body shot. The power is sometimes it's something that can be forced, where speed sometimes is more natural. It's like the air you breathe. It's more of a natural essence of punching, where power can be more of an intense kind of loading up thing. So the way I look at it with Zelfa, his speed is his power, because that's his timing. Yeah. If he was to go slip throw, that would cause a knockout with effortless, because he's created that time to go for that split second to come inside, the chin's on off and go bam, there you go. Speed is timing. It's about knowing to time it correctly. Like I just said to you before, you slip a shot, you throw. There's your timing. There's your speed. You're good enough to go tap tap, to go inside the punch and finger. Sometimes it can be somebody throws a jab, you block the jab, you throw the right hand over the jab. So it's a touch throw. Again, it's all about timing, because by the time everyone throws the right hand, they always go and drop it. They never go boom back here. Okay, so with the likes of, we know when I do the word analyzing whoever they're fighting, I don't tell them the reason why I'm working on this. I'm going to say this is what we want to do, because I'm not telling them to go and watch the guy, he dropped his left hand, so we're going to work on the right hand over the top. Or I'm not going to say, well look, we're going to work on these body shots, because I don't want to plant that seed in their head. I just let them do it, what they've been told to do. So when I say start going to the body when they're sparring, I expect them to just start doing it, because we're working on it. So it becomes more natural to them, rather than them thinking, I've got to go and find this body shot, or I've got to go and find this right hand counter. Because while they're looking for it, they'll get caught themselves. Speed is something that you've got it or you ain't got it. You can't make what you've not got. You can't make speed. Yeah. Some people are naturally quick. Some people don't have quick. So some people there, you got to look for timing more than speed. Okay. So what their timing might be, someone will throw right hand and they'll throw left up to the body. That's timing. They've timed it. But speed, they could go tap tap and be quick. So it's like speed and timing are two different things. Yeah. Put them together, yeah, it makes an exception. It's not something that gets drilled into you, it's something that you learn. Right? You don't get it drilled into you, say to the lads, oh listen, you need to have speed, you need to have time. You teach them how to create timing. Yeah. Speed can be natural, Speed is something that you naturally got. Like most of the Muay Thai kickboxing kind of fighters that are more flexible, that have got speed, and that's because it's how you look after the muscle. It's how the muscle is shaped. Yeah, you got that flexible kind of style. So speed is not something that you can be all have. Somebody could say, "Oh, you look sharp. You look very sharp." Yeah, in the camp, some fighters when they're making weight and they're coming down of weight and they get ready for the fight and it's fight week, they can look sharp, they can look spot on. I mean, speed is not something you train for. It's either you got it or you haven't got it. But timing, yeah, you can be the fastest person in the world, right? But if I'm more determined than you, even though you're got great athleticism, yeah, you got all the moves, you got this, and I've just got a basic style of just plodding going forward, then obviously that style can grind down a talented fighter, which we've seen in the past. So I mean, because obviously determination can override skill. Yeah. And then going back to timing, all that person's got to do is to time a good shot to slow this fast person down. Yeah. So it's weird. You can have a fighter that's not as quick, but he's looking for the right timing to land his shots to get in there. He's got to get past the speed and whatever, but he can pursue it and he can do it. Do you understand me? That's why boxing, when you're a coach, you have to learn to analyze every fighter that you have, because each and every fighter is different. Some may be flat-footed, they're not quick, but you can turn them around and say, make them more of a plodder with good head movement, yeah. And going back to timing, they can time things. I looked at Jordan as one of the best prospects that Zelfa was going to fight. Yeah, and I worked so hard to say I'm taking very little risk, because I looked at him like as Rakhimov. He's a durable fighter. When he normally gets down, he's a soldier. He'll get up and you can get off the floor to turn the fight around. Yeah, but what I seen in the fight, we already had plan A, B, C. I said to Zelfa, you need to take more risk now, because you fell asleep on a couple of rounds. He asked me, is he winning the fight? I said it's close. When I say a fight's close, it means it can go either way. It doesn't mean you're winning it. So he had to resort to something else, and that was more planting his feet and looking for the right timing. Yeah, and that's where it was. We threw the shot, he countered it and came through the middle. Yeah, and he timed it nicely. So sometimes you can lose a round, but it doesn't mean you've lost the fight. For me, I would just say with Zelfa, he timed it right to go with the body. Yeah, he hurt him to the body once. It was still dangerous. So, we timed it right to start using his body punching. He's a phenomenal body puncher Zelfa when he lets his hands go. So, I mean, everybody thinks that he can just... When you can take someone down like Jordan with a body shot, it says a lot for the prospect that he is. Considering that, Jordan Gill's just coming up a spectacular win over in Ireland. So we all know he's a gladiator and he's a warrior. So let's give Zelfa credit for timing the body shots well. And that's what I'm trying to say. He's versatile. He can knock you out to the head. He can knock you out to the body, because it's just about timing. It's like, going to the head. Yeah. Everybody expects it, but no one didn't expect that. Same with Lyndon. Again, it was about timing.